Hello, welcome to An Old Man Running. I've been doing a little bit of trail running recently. When I first started off, I bought a pair of Saucony Peregrine 12s, which I've enjoyed. They ended up just feeling a little bit too heavy and unwieldy for me, and after one particular 8-mile trail race, my ankles were killing me for a few days. Stumbled into a pair of Salomon S Pulsar shoes, which were on sale in Running Warehouse. And I've now run 3 runs for 25 miles. The main run I had was a half marathon race last weekend on a trail in Central Florida. And the day before that race, when I got the shoes for the first time, I took them out just on a trial run on the beach here locally. And then finally, my third run was today on a place called Moccasin Trail here in Brevard County in Florida. This is Laurie Wilson Park at Cocoa Beach. The shoes are feeling really good, way better than I thought. I bought half a size up, and they are a little bit long, but the fit in these shoes is so tight, it really doesn't matter. North of Cocoa Beach Pier, sand's flatter, all things wider, less people, and just a real pleasure to run in this part of the beach. Okay, so that's 2.5 miles. You can see in the distance, that's the launch complex up about 1 o'clock there. So that's a great spot to watch rocket launches from, especially at night. Lights up the whole place. Aye, so back from my beach run today, Cocoa Beach and Cape Canaveral. Really like the lacing, you just pull it tight. It doesn't, you know, those look like they might be annoying on the top of your foot, but this is a nice thick top here, so I didn't feel any discomfiture from pulling that. Not a massive amount of cushioning, nor a massive amount of lugs on it, but decent enough grip, so I think I'll be fine grip tomorrow. These are the Saucony Peregrine 12s. In terms of the relative cushioning, I mean, there doesn't look to be a massive difference there. These are 6 ounces per shoe, these are 9.7 ounces. What does that actually mean? This is a stack of 19 quarters, which weigh the 3.7 ounce difference between one of these shoes and one of these shoes. So grab yourself a stack of 19 quarters and see what you think of that weight. But take into account this. Let's say I run this half marathon tomorrow in 2 hours, and my typical cadence is about 180 steps per minute. That's 21,600 steps overall with that additional weight. And that's got to add up. So I'm going to try the shoes that we wore yesterday on the run. All set to go, as set as you can be at the crack of dawn.
Set and go. Have a great race, everybody.
This was a legit fail today. I found it really hard. I mean, there is just such a difference between a road and a trail half marathon. But I got there, like the last 800 meters was really rough and some sugar sand. The shoes were great today, and it was, you know, there was muddy, it was sandy, it was rooty, and the shoes did really well, so I was very pleased with them. There was a really boggy part, and like people's shoes were coming off, they were telling me, and these shoes were just like they were part of my feet. So although I was glooping in and out of that mud, shoes stayed on really well. There was some pretty gnarly, knobbly parts in the trail, and I always felt well enough protected, even though they're very light shoes, so that was very encouraging. Alright, well, I'm all hosed off, but got to deal with the shoes now. So this is such a nice spot to stop at this trail. Took it really slow today. They're not really designed for slow running. Not that they're uncomfortable, but it almost felt like they were disappointed in me. Overall, shoes are fantastic, fit like a glove. If you are going somewhere with these shoes, make sure you give yourself a solid 5 minutes to put them on when you get to the other end, because they do take a bit of work. So you decide where you're going to tuck this tab in. There is a little
sleeve here for the tab, but I found it kind of uncomfortable pressing against my foot. So this is how I preferred it. Didn't feel it at all. You'll read in articles that this shoe favours midfoot and forefoot strikers, and I would agree with that. The cushioning, even though it's extremely light, is decent, or I found it decent on the sand and on the trail half marathon race. Although I've read that people say these shoes are great for road races as well, I'm not so sure I would agree with. And then finally, I think they definitely feel very responsive when you pick the pace up. It's not like they're uncomfortable at a slower pace, but you're definitely not getting the best of them. In combination, I've now put 25 miles in these shoes in 3 different runs, 3 different types of paces, 3 different trails, or one of them not even a trail, the sandy beach. And I have to say I love the shoes.